Can I clean it? Can I make it white? Barkeeper's friend. A gross hand. Gloves. Shake. Shake. Shake your booty. Sheila. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake, shake. Literally 5 minutes later, totally new glove mold. Barkeeper's friend is awesome. So I actually wasn't going to film this, but I'm doing some repairs on some repairs. So what I'm doing right now is I'm chipping off the old glue that was sloppy to find what really needs to be repaired. So before I started filming, I think I got most of it off. So you can see like where the indent is, where some piece was missing, on the L. There's a crack right here. Same thing. I'm trying to chip off the old whatever adhesive was used. There we go. Got it. Because I'm going to use some of my epoxy to fill in that area. But I needed to get the old that's just raised out of there, and then get any of this old candle wax out before doing any repairs. But you can see the indent here and here where there's chunks that were missing. So then I'll just try to sand, make sure that I get the rest of it off. Just feeling around for the cracks. Now that I'm sanding, I'm going to do a lot of cleaning, just using some rubbing alcohol. Especially in the spots that I want to put some of that epoxy to repair it. I want to make sure I get a good bond with it. might as well clean the rest of the piece while we're at it, right? Especially where the smoke was. Get a wet wipe. Might need a little bit more reinforcement here. That way I can see everything that's going on. Try to get some more of that candle wax out. Okay, so I'm going to use some more of that sculpting clay epoxy. It is some sort of on the thick side. It's like a clay, but it's epoxy where you mix the two pieces together. It's supposed to somehow be equal parts. Somehow. But I just have to get it warmed up and get it mixed together. And so that it doesn't stick, I can use a little bit of water. And that actually helps make it so it's not quite as hard. Okay, not an easy for her to show you guys how I'm going to be trying to stick it in here. That's for sure. The nice thing about it is it takes 24 hours to set up, so you have some playtime to work with it. It's not like a 15-minute epoxy where you're waiting, you know, you gotta quickly get it on there. And so it's really hard for you to see, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna fill in those cracks, and I think it's a good match. And then when it dries in the morning, I can sand it and we can finish it up. I just could not work with the gloves to get it, that's for sure. Not an easy space to get into, that is for sure. Okay, I think I have all the spots filled to the best that I possibly can. So now we're just gonna let it dry overnight. So now I have this little Noel's, which looks good from afar until you get close, and I did not see that in the bag, that this was cracked. So we're gonna use that same epoxy to fix that crack a little bit better, so it's not so noticeable. So I got some of that hasn't hardened yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and start working it. Of course, now I'm gonna have to color match, which is not going to be as fun. And there's so much texture on this piece, but we really just want to get it into that crack if we can. So I'm just scraping off the excess. Like I said, I just want the crack. I think I should be able to match up that paint. Okay, now I just have to let that dry. I tried to get it as thin as I could. So we'll just let it sit and harden. Okay, now for the fun to begin. I grabbed some old files to start filing. There are some weird little angles here, so anything's better than seeing that crack and that glue. Of course, I picked the easy one to file first, right? So not the easiest space to get in, but the holes are filled. So I'm gonna go back in with the lighter, less coarse file before I try to do any touch-up paint or anything like that. But at least the cracks are filled. You don't feel them. The missing pieces are filled. So there's that. Okay, next is this little guy. Oh, our little L. Of course, I start with the easy part first, right? Yeah, I picked this up for $8 and it's valued $6.45, so I'd say there's value there to try to save this crack. Definitely. So you can't go with your eye, you got to go with your finger, because your eye will be deceiving. This epoxy is definitely worth the $14 I spent on it, because it does not take much. Yep. So I said it's kind of deceiving. You got to go with your finger to see if you feel that raised crack or not, because it was not glued on completely straight. Okay, we made it that far. Okay, so now I need to touch up the paint as best as I can, because you can really see like where this part was missing. Right here was where it was missing. And I kind of tried to color match, so I got some folk art matte. So I'm hoping that it'll match pretty. Oh, well, yeah, that definitely. What I did is I just Googled on Amazon and said color match to vintage off-white ceramics. Couldn't hurt to try, right? I think that's gonna color match nice. Of course, you have to wait for it to dry, you know, so to really get your true, and then just kind of fade it in. Don't try to cover up the whole thing, just kind of blend it. And probably I'm not gonna go over with 2 coats, especially these really noticeable areas where it was missing and the previous person that repaired it kind of got it a little bit on the dark side. So I don't want a ton of paint on because we do not want to see brush strokes. Then after the paint dries, if I see any imperfections that I need to sand more, I'll do it then, but I'm not going to try to do it while the paint is wet. We'll just let it do what it's going to do. Let it dry, and then I'll get that second coat on. So not completely covered quite yet. So now my green is a little different. I feel like I should go over it with a little bit of this because that's like the undertone, and then figure out what to do with the green, because I'm going to have to do like a wash of some sort. So I'm just going to do this right now. We'll blend it, don't worry. I'm just going to take this cloth and I'm just going to dab it. Yet again, we didn't want brush strokes. Okay, so now before I spray it with any kind of seal coat, I need to try to match up the gold. Not the easiest. Because there's many different colors of gold. But my gold leaf seems to work just fine to match it up. Okay, let's see if this is pressed fern. I don't know. Because it's not like a clean paint job that's on there. I'm just going to let that coat dry. I can put some of the other color over it. And then we'll go on from there. I tried my best to get all the little cracks filled and stuff, so now we're going to go ahead and do some clear coat. I'm going with the Polar shiny, crystal clear. So we have done it. You all have helped me achieve one of the goals that I've had for this channel in reaching 100,000. I never in a million years thought that we would get this far. It was a slow climb, but I'll take every little achievement that I can get. So I have to thank all you, my YouTube family, for sharing, liking, commenting, supporting us in what we love to do. Making over, fixing up, getting secondhand finds back out there and getting them to be loved again. Sharing all my inspirations, my tips, my tricks, whatever it may be, and liking our content. That is just huge, you all. And I am so thankful for each and every one of you that always like our videos, always comment, supportive comments, a little bit of critiquing, how you would change. That's what makes a family. Reading comments, reading a comment at every video, recognizing the name every video, thinking, oh, this person really loves my content. They're commenting every time. And now I know not everybody has that ability because you watch it on your TV and some people are watching it on their phone or on their computer, however it is. Just knowing that you're out there watching our videos, supporting what we love to do, y'all, I just absolutely cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. So with that being said, I do want to celebrate. Woo! I want to do some kind of celebration. You know, I'm kind of a laid down, kind of humbled type of person. So I would love to do a giveaway. So not really sure when this 100K was ever going to hit, that I haven't really done enough preparing for it. So I would like to gather up the favorite things that I use all the time as a flipper, as the items that are my go-to items. So that is what I'm going to do. So once I get those items gathered up, I will air another video and we will announce when that is going to happen. It'll be multiple. I'm not just gonna, one person, because I got a lot of favorites, y'all. So that I use all the time. I have go-to products all the time. So with that being said, y'all, can you help us on our other channel, the Journey channel, reach that 100K also? It is that content is so similar to this content now, because we started it because y'all wanted like behind the scenes and how I decorate and going thrifting and a little bit more of that kind of vibe of what we do to our house. So it is so similar to this channel because I have been doing some DIYs, some crafts on that channel, along with gardening and landscaping and whatever. That's the fun, is like there's always, as a homeowner, there's always some project that you're going to do, especially now that we're getting ready for the holidays. So, which by this time we're kissing the spooky season, then we're going to hit Thanksgiving, and then we're going to hit Christmas. And so I have so much to share. So y'all, my house decorating videos will always be on the Journey channel. My makeovers should be here, but you never know if there's going to be a makeover associated with my house decorating for the holidays. So y'all, you better subscribe and hit that notification bell on the Journey channel so you know when I have uploaded one of those videos. So yes, so this was just a quick little video sharing how I fixed, yet again, some broken vintage items that I got on the cheap. I actually wish these wouldn't have been fixed with glue, but I'll take it because the pieces were mostly there. So what did y'all think? I just absolutely love saving items and making them look the best that I possibly can. And sometimes it's you have to work with what somebody else has done. So sometimes you're just like, I gotta stop, and here we go. I wasn't sure about like the holly owl if I was going to be able to kind of match that paint job, but it had enough of that darker green in it. I thought I did really well. And then, fixing the Noel, there we go. It had some missing pieces. I was able to color match as best as my knowledge. That gold is hard to match though, y'all. I'm still on the hunt to have that in my arsenal, that type of gold. And yeah, so I was really happy about that fix, and then sharing the simple fix of a glove mold that had been stained via the leather, being whatever it was that they used the glove mold for, because they're old. All these items are old. They're never going to be made again. So my gosh, I want them to look as best as they possibly can be. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just had to give a quick shout out to all my YouTube family, and I would love, my heart is full, our heart is full. We can take on as many family members as we are given. So please, keep hitting that subscription button, keep sharing our content, keep liking our content, and definitely keep commenting. That's what makes to me, it makes it more personal for me anyway, when I get to read somebody's comment. And I may not always get the time to comment back, but I definitely do usually heart it or give you a thumbs up. So again, thank you so much for helping us reach the goal, being part of that huge moment of reaching 100K, which is huge in the YouTube world, in the sea of the YouTube world. That is so huge. So again, thank you so much for watching today's video, and as always, please become part of our YouTube family if you're not already part of our YouTube family, and we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.